And we're back. Sorry about that. It's just one of the problems you have to deal with when recording with our Cam Studio, because it only records up to 2 gig, and then the video screws up and everything like that. So nothing has actually happened between the little gap we had. Apparently RD's got no clue that that's strange. Are we getting I just want to check if I did set it up to have science. Yeah, science speakers are on, so we should be able to hear them. Oh well. Again, the problem with the start of the game is it's very uneventful. A lot of the game is building up to things happening. And at the moment, we're just dealing with the build-up beyond anything else, actually. Just going to close there. I could have actually controlled deleted it, that would have been better, but oh well. Yeah, head of personnel still hard at work. I don't even know what was open on that page before. So you saw something I was looking at, but I don't know what it was. I think it's just a help page for this game, actually. So I was trying to figure out how to do something. So I'm not particularly well equipped for this game. That's the other thing I wanted to do. I'm dealing with a bit of lag here. I don't know if it's due to background stuff running or the problem of what we've seen before with the game disconnecting all the time. It's just the wireless banging up. There's 2 of these here. I never actually knew that. I'm going to pick up that one, stick that in my backpack. If one of those goes missing, we know something is up. Okay. We want to close that, definitely. Okay, we want to keep that area secure. With the hand teleporter, that's something, again, you really don't want people getting hold of, as it's potentially very valuable. It gives people more access than they potentially should have. You can't, teleport anywhere with it. The teleporter in the actual room that we just left can teleport you basically anywhere. But there's a lot of talk about the RD, which is the research director. Like I said, the RD actually doesn't do a lot of things. I don't know why that soldier's trying to get in there. Because like the captain, RD's actual job is just to oversee things. They're not, it's quite suspicious actually, they're not actually there to do anything directly. They're not there to research directly, though they can, and like I said, the captain can be involved in the head of personnel work, but that's generally not their prime objective. Their prime objective is to make sure everything's running smoothly. In the captain's case, it's every department. In the RD's case, it's just the science department. So we just got a message on a PDA. That way people can contact us directly and have not run the risk of people overhearing. However, the AI, which is the only person that's technically higher, actually I do need to do that too, higher above the captain. Bugger, just stripped off. That's embarrassing. It might be a message for us as well. What was I saying? The AI is the only person that's, well, not person, but a thing in the game that is potentially higher ranking than the captain. The AI oversees all, controls pretty much the majority of the station. However, of course, it's not a living being, it's just artificial intelligence looking through security cameras and kind of accessing a few things via those security cameras. But AI does have kind of overall power. As I was saying, the AI can actually potentially oversee things, oversee all. Okay, that's good for you. So they can actually oversee PDA calls, and if the AI is particularly observant, they will bring anything suspicious to the attention of the rest of the crew. Say somebody messages somebody else saying, "Oh, can you find me an explosive? I want to blow up the captain." That would be something that the AI will look out for, rather than something like that what we just saw before, saying, "I'm just sitting in the arcade." I don't think the AI is going to pay too much attention to that, and definitely not going to bring it to our attention. Old power system. So we've got no major problems at the moment. I don't know why the RD has got so much responsibility. I'm guessing there's no one else in the research department at the moment. But in that case, I probably should check it out as the captain. Though keep in mind, xenobiology is part of the research and development team. And as we saw earlier, they could be potentially involved in some shady business, which could be ranging from kill us to, I mean, when I was trader in my last round, my objective was just to get some corgi meat and escape. Corgi meat is relatively hard to come by, since the 3 potential corgis are all secured away. I think there's 4. 2 of them in the janitor's closet, and the other one is in one in the janitor's, 2 by the janitor's closet, and 1 in the head of personnel, and 1 in the captain's office. I managed to get into the head of personnel's office by blowing it up. However, I did take out the head of personnel at the same time, which was completely unintentional. It was just with being a trader, you have access to certain equipment. Yeah, it is all quiet in there. I'm guessing there's not a lot going on, including C4 explosives, which I figured would be the best way to access one of those lovely corgis. And it well worked out. I was only that's good. We got one of our security personnel past that drunk. I figured it would probably be the easiest way to access a corgi, as it's an area that no one's really going to notice too much. I mean, if there's an explosive blown in here, they'll actually potentially see me do it. Get in there and cutting up a corgi for its meat. Whereas head of personnel, I can keep myself relatively shut off. Actually, head of personnel is acting reasonably suspicious. These 2 officers are detective officers, and detectives' roles are to investigate crimes that happen in the ship. They get equipment that scans things for fingerprints and stuff like that. Yeah, I can relatively tell who is associated with a crime and pick up fibers, if not fingerprints, stuff like that. So, say I went around blasting everyone, dropped my gun, it will either get my fingerprints on it or fibers from my jacket, and it will say, it's got fibers from a captain's suit on it. Again, we keep losing connection, so I may very well do this. Okay, well, hopefully that's working. I just connected the Ethernet cable into it, so hopefully we will not run into any of the connection errors again. That's kind of the problem doing this. It's just running into connection errors like that, which I've never really encountered before. Jesus, pardon me, that was terrible. As I was saying, yeah, the TX officers were there, but they also have things like guns and stuff like that. The head of personnel and the captain are kind of the only two people on the ship that have relatively wide opening access. And one of the things for the head of personnel as well, actually he has been through the equipment there, because their briefcase is on the floor. Yeah, it's the head of personnel. He's actually talking to someone. That's alright then. That's okay. It's not too suspicious then. The head of personnel can actually control this identification machine that allows them to grant access to any areas. It can also create new IDs, including a new captain's one, which will give them unlimited access that the captain has. There's pretty much only a handful of areas that if you're... That reminds me, I should put these away. If you're... I'm just going to put them there. Just for the hell of it. Just for the sheer hell of it. The captain can access the main area of the AI and the captain's office. And I think maybe the teleporter as well might be restricted. I'm not too sure. But yeah, there's relatively few areas that the head of personnel doesn't have access to. So there's not a whole lot going on the ship at the moment still. We've gone about half an hour into the game and still nothing's happened. Yeah. This term here, pardon me, SSD, it stands for space sleeping disease or sleeping space disease or something like that. It's basically the roleplay way to say someone is AFK. If they've got SSD, you generally put them in cryogenic storage. That way their body's not lying around, it's not up for potential easy access. No one can just run and grab. I mean, they can. I mean, I could say we just sort of security officer get put into it. I mean, theoretically we could go, it's two people actually away in cryogenic storage. You can still open it up and take these people out and steal all their stuff. I mean, as captain I wouldn't need to do that because I can just run off and do that anyway. But other people can do that. But the idea is theoretically stop people from doing that. Yeah, it becomes more suspicious if somebody sees you in that area, and that's sort of blah blah blah. Actually, we've had a few people into this long-term storage. Yeah, well, this hat has got a PAI in it, from what I saw. I wonder if the jacket does. No, from what I saw before, yeah, this has got a PAI in it.